The Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh have undertaken some really important foreign visits. Prince Edward and his wife Sophie's separate visits to Turkey and Italy respectively sparked speculations about the state of relations between King Charles and Queen Camilla and Prince William and Kate Middleton. Prince Edward's visit to Turkey and his meeting with President Erdogan have been called the power of soft diplomacy by the supporters of the British monarchy. The Duke of Edinburgh met with Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan on behalf of the King and the United Kingdom. They believe that the task given to Prince Edward was highly sensitive, and it also shows how much trust the government had in the royal to entrust it to him. The supporters of the British royal family think the Foreign Secretary, who was in Turkey a few days ago, wasn't given this task. Meanwhile, Edward's wife the Duchess of Edinburgh represented King Charles at the funeral of Giorgio Napolitano, former President of Italy. William's critics said it was the government and the monarch's decision to send Sophie to Italy to represent the UK instead of the Prince of Wales. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan met with Prince Edward, British King Charles' oldest brother, in Turkey's capital Ankara on Wednesday. Erdogan and Edward, the Duke of Edinburgh, held a closed-door meeting at the presidential complex. No further details were provided. The British prince, who is the patron of the Duke of Edinburgh's International Award, arrived in Turkey on Monday for a 3-day visit to raise awareness about the impact non-formal education and learning can have on young people and their communities. Later, Edward will lay a wreath at Anıtkabir, the mausoleum of Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, founder of the Turkish Republic, before attending a reception to mark the 40th anniversary of the Chevening Scholarship Program. On Tuesday, Edward visited the famed Basilica Cistern Museum in the heart of Istanbul's historic Fatih district. Officials from the Istanbul city government and experts working on the museum's restoration welcomed Prince Edward, the Duke of Edinburgh, in front of the museum. The British Consul General in Istanbul, Kenan Polio, also accompanied Edward during his visit. Edward saw the excavation work being done during the restoration of the Byzantine-era cistern and also learned about an Ottoman-era water gauge and its working principles from city officials. Edward was briefed by Mahir Polat, a top official at the city government, on why the cistern is historically significant for Istanbul. Lutgard Vandeput, head of the British Institute in the capital Ankara, said the prince visited the basilica to see whether all these past practices past water management, whether it could be of interest and of importance for present-day water management challenges. Located on the historic peninsula of Sarayburnú, walking distance from both the Blue Mosque and Hagia Sophia Mosque, the cisterns are famed for their unique, almost otherworldly atmosphere. The underground cistern was built in 542 by Byzantine Emperor Justinian I to supply the Great Palace of Constantinople, as the city was then known with clean water. The cistern is home to a striking sculpture of the mythological monster Medusa, along with other memorable sights.